I left my village in search of adventure, and that's exactly what I found in the wild lands. When the caravan of wandering traders packed up after visiting our village, I asked them to take me with them. To anywhere. I didn't care which direction or what destination. They let me tag along, and we traveled for many weeks. As the only lands I had ever been familiar with quickly faded from view, I looked forward to this new life with no regrets. We stayed close to the old routes, since straying beyond the well-lit path would mean certain death. We passed many villages along the way, and while their clothes and languages were different, in their behavior they were all the same. We camped at last at the lonely port to wait the arrival of the next ship that would bring them the goods they'd then take back along the old routes to continue their trading. I grew restless, eager to continue my adventure. So I built myself a boat, thanked my guides, and set sail alone at last. I stayed close to the shore, knowing that the deep ocean harbors many strange and dangerous mysteries. At dawn on the 5th day, I came across a small cove, ringed by the most hauntingly majestic mountains I'd ever seen. A lush forest loomed in the background, and animals of all kinds roamed the plains. I knew immediately this would be my new home. Quickly, I set to work crafting the tools and materials needed to build my first base. With my bed, furnaces, and crafting table, I felt more energized than ever. This was my adventure. I had always been skilled with stone, but on my 18th birthday, my parents crafted me a loom. I was to become a shepherd and raise a family with the fisherman's daughter. The thought of spending the rest of my days trapped in that simple, bland village life filled me with dread. During my travels with the wandering traders, they told me stories of the wild lands and laughed at me for my desire to live among them outside of the protection of a village, town, or port. They thought I was recklessly foolish and wouldn't last a week. But I knew I had the skills, and once I'd tasted this freedom, there was no going back to the old boring village life I once knew. World number 3 of my Day 1 survival series. As a quick recap of what this is about, I'm creating 4 new Minecraft worlds and playing each one for 1 day, and the goal is to decide which of the 4 worlds will be the most interesting to continue playing. Check out the full playlist for links to the other worlds as well as the intro video, which describes this project in some more detail. For each world, I'm also telling a story to go along with the gameplay based on what inspires me while playing. The story for this world that you just saw, called The Adventurer, to me really captures the essence of what playing Minecraft is all about. Imagine what it would be like to be a young, precocious Minecraft villager burning with excitement and curiosity about the outside world, but stuck in the small, sheltered, and predictable life of a small village. I think a lot of people growing up in small or even not so small towns can relate to this feeling of being limited and stifled by the small set of options available to you, the predestined path chosen by your parents or by the community, when deep down you feel like you're meant to do greater things, to explore, to expand your horizons, to find your freedom, choose your own path, and live your own adventure. This is not to imply that small town life is all bad, of course. They serve a very real purpose for a lot of people, and just like Minecraft villages, provide a tight-knit community, the bonds of company, people to trade with, all those things you can't easily come across if you're alone in the wilderness or even if you're alone in a big city. So yeah, the small town life is not all bad. But let's face it, in Minecraft, being a villager is boring. That is not what this game is about. This game is about exploring. This game is about travel and combat and building. This game is about adventuring. Hence, the adventurer. A story that captures the excitement of creating a new Minecraft world. Now, in this world, as you see, we spawn at the foothills of a ring of mountains with a plains biome below. Trees are a bit scarce, but there are certainly enough to get enough wood for day one. I was easily able to find coal, and of course there's plenty of stone, since that's mainly what those mountains are made of. There are quite a few caves poking out into the plains, and while I was wandering, I quickly attracted the attention of a few zombies that really wanted to come out and welcome me to their town. Without any armor for protection, however, I'm just not too interested in exploring deep in the caves just yet. I found a small shelf about halfway up the mountain that looked like the perfect place to build my starter base. With so much stone around, I gave it a cobblestone foundation, but then added some wood for the walls and roof to give it a little more texture. I didn't come across any iron on day one. I suspect there's plenty of it in those caves, but I might have to search a bit more to try to find some without having to venture too far into danger. One of the drawbacks of building a base on a mountain is that you won't find iron above sea level. So I'll have to venture down into the plains on day 2 in search of iron, so I can upgrade my tools, get a shield, water bucket, and of course some iron armor. All in all, this is another very interesting world, and I could definitely see myself choosing this one to continue on. I absolutely love Minecraft mountains. They're really just stunning scenery, and they offer so many amazing possibilities for creating truly beautiful builds. This world really looks like a keeper. If you feel like an adventurer yourself, grab the seed for this world in the description below, and you can give it a try. Thanks for watching. This has been world number 3 in my Day 1 survival series. In the next video, we will see the 4th and final world under consideration for continuing on. Stay tuned and enjoy the adventure.